Let him have it, Mac.
As the excitement continues to build for the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I have a couple of things that I really would love to see happen in this movie. So without further ado, let's just get into it. First thing that I thought could be really cool to happen in this movie is, like, the fight scene with Mario and DK. Like, what if there's, like, a build-up as to who Mario's gonna fight against, and in the background we hear the DK rap, and then DK's revealed to be fighting Mario in this match, and people start freaking out, because, hey, here comes DK, the leader of the or I guess Cranky's the leader this time, never mind. But either way, it's like the future leader of the jungle is about to fight this unknown plumber person. Like, picture this for a second. Like, Mario steps out of, like, the chamber or the room or whatever, and he comes out and sees, like, a whole audience of Kong family members or just monkeys or whatever, and they're all, like, just watching and waiting for Mario's challenger, who's Mario gonna fight against. And then all of a sudden you hear,
He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail.
yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I think that'd be flippin' awesome. Moving on, I think another cool thing would be is if we actually had some sort of Luigi's Mansion reference, cameo, or something along those lines. Now, another runtime for the movie got revealed to be like an hour and 35 minutes, and that's including like the credits, I think, so there probably isn't enough time for, you know, a Luigi's Mansion full exploration, so we won't be able to see something like that happen, but if they reference it in any way, shape, or form in the movie, like they did on the phone call, then I will be very happy with it. Even then, I feel like there definitely is an opportunity for them to do like some sort of Luigi's Mansion spin-off movie, or even like a show, or something along those lines. I mean, they could easily do like a sequel with it being centered around Luigi's Mansion, but at that point, I feel like you can just have it have its own kind of spin-off series or something. I'm not totally sure, but either way, it definitely should happen in some capacity. The next item on this list is actually a bit more obscure, but seeing as though the Princess Peach Rainbow Road poster got kind of, you know, posted, I saw in the background, and some other people noticed as well, that there were some Kongs that resembled some of the other Kongs mentioned in the DK TV series released a while ago, and one of them looked like Eddie the Mean Old Yeti. And I would love to see him appear in this movie because I think he had some of the best musical numbers, if not the best song, throughout the entirety of the show. Well, aside from the intro. Despite Eddie not being the lead singer in this song here, I still really loved him for just being there and being involved in one of the greatest singing moments in Donkey Kong history. Not that there are that many anyway. Alright, so the next thing on the list is actually kind of a bit of a reach. Now, I don't know how the movie is going to play out at this current point in time, so this is kind of hoping for the best, maybe, but I would love to see a Bowser Jr. post-credit scene. I feel like having him in this movie might feel a bit, I don't know, cluttered. With the runtime in mind of it being an hour and 35 minutes, you kind of have to think about what's going to happen and when is this kind of thing going to happen. Like, I feel like Junior would be a perfect reveal for the second movie or post-credit scene where it could ideally set up an entire plot in itself, like Bowser has a son, and from then on, you can kind of take it in two different directions. You can either have like a Mario Galaxy type sequel, which I think is more likely, or a Mario Sunshine type sequel. But either way, it would be very cool to see. Also, I think Junior really is like perfect sequel type material. I think more than any other character, I think he would set up the most plot lines. And this kind of takes us to my other thing. I really do believe that Rosalina is actually going to be in this movie, you know, the first one. And I say that because with Luma Lee being revealed in the movie, I think there's going to be like some sort of scene where Mario dies but has like enough like coins or something like that to buy a life from Luma Lee. And with Luma Lee is going to be Rosalina. And I think they're going to kind of keep it a little ambiguous. Like, it's going to be like, who is this? But like, we all know if you're a Mario fan who this is. But Mario's obviously not going to really know. And I think it'll set up nicely for the sequel too, because I think at that point you can kind of explore that type of the Mario lore and the galaxies as well, and have Junior and Bowser be there, much like my previous point. The next item on the list is actually not something I really want the movie to do, but more so what I want the movie to inspire the games to do. And that is, I want the Blue Shell Paratroopa to actually become a mainline Mario enemy. Now, I know the Blue Shell's already a thing in Mario Kart, but seeing as though you already concocted a whole new design for this Blue Shell Koopa, why not put him in the games? I think it'd be a pretty cool character to see, and it would also add a bit more diversity in the class of villains. The next item on my list is I'd like to see another Sonic reference of some kind. Now, I know we already got the Mushroom Planet reference in the Super Mario Bros. Plumbing commercial, so maybe I'm a bit greedy and asking for more, but it would be really cool to see something a bit more, I guess the word I'm looking for is direct, something that's a bit more obvious. Nonetheless, though, I am happy with what we got, and I don't necessarily need to see any more, but still, the Sonic fan in me would love to see it happen. Moving on though, I'd also really like to see a Princess Daisy cameo or reference or something along those lines, because I feel like I don't know. I like all of the, princess characters in the Mario series, and I think Daisy is probably one of the most elite. And with that said, I feel like she's the one so far that I feel like I'm the least confident in appearing in this movie. Like, Luma Lee already sets the bar that Rosalina's gonna show up in some way, shape, or form. At least I think so. We already know that Paul Lee was in one of the posters, and Daisy's one of the most popular Mario characters. So, having her absent from this film would honestly kind of feel like a bit of a blow. Now, of course, we don't necessarily need her in this movie, but even still, this is something I feel like should happen. The last thing that I kind of thought of in this movie, or that I would like to see rather, is I would love to see Mario and Luigi fight similar to how they do in the Mario and Luigi series. I feel like this series has been so much fun to play through, and this is my first time actually going through it, and at the current time of recording, I'm on Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, and I love the bros attacks. They're so much fun to use, and it's so creative, and I love to see the characters fight like this in the actual movie, where Mario and Luigi are like working together using their hammers or whatever else, or like just jumping on top of each other and all that stuff. Like, that's so much fun, and it's interesting. It'd be so much cooler than just, using a power-up. Now, not saying that wouldn't be cool, because so far I've been floored by the cat bell and everything else we've seen so far. So either way, I'm still going to be blown away, but I feel like using the burst attacks would be an extra step up. But with that said, those are a couple things that I would really love to see happen in the Mario movie. Or, I guess as the title said, those are a couple things I feel like I need to see happen in the Mario movie. Now, if any of these things don't happen, or none of them do, oh well, I'm sure the movie will still be great anyway. Either way, I'd love to see what you guys want to see in the movie. Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. This is Sonic signing out. Have a super blessed day, y'all.
Why are you playing that trash?